Hey everybody, we're getting everything set up here with the Broken Spokes. We're going live. The show will start right around 1 o'clock, but we're trying to see if everything's the way that it needs to be. If anybody's out there watching, I see there's 9 people.
9 already.
Could you put a thing in the chat bar and let us know that you can hear us at least, so that we know that we're doing okay.
Hope it's coming through.
Yeah, it's tough for us to see. We only see this little screen. Hey, Doug, greetings von de Pals. Rachel, can you hear us? Kannst mich hören?
Should I play something?
Excited to share this item from Etsy shop. Yes, thanks, Rachel. And Rachel, we can hear. Wonderful. Thank you, Natalie. And Udo. It's awesome that we have people from across the ocean joining us. So we're just going to wait about 2 minutes or so, and we're going to do our sound check and all that kind of stuff. And by sound check, we mean we're just going to look at each other and wink at each other, and then we'll get going. And if the chat goes, we'll try and keep up to date with the chat bar, but no promises. You guys are live, and I can hear you fine. Patrick, that's the best thing. He didn't say we look good, though. Did you notice that? He just said, you guys are live, and I can hear you.
It was just implied.
You know, Patrick, yeah, well, it must have been implied that we look good, right? I hope.
I think if you just say you look...
Hibber wie drüber, Dr. Werner. Wie bist? Alles geht ziemlich gut. Du bei uns. Groß Dank. Greetings from Delmont, Pennsylvania. Thanks, Chris. I don't know where Delmont is. Where's that?
Ich on it.
Delmont. Now, we also got to kind of figure ourselves out here.
I think
gotta
it looks
sit
pretty
this way.
all right.
Rutschklip is that way.
That way.
Can you?
That puts me
We're
off
rutsching. No,
Oh,
this
that looks good.
No, this,
Dog.
yeah, like
Right.
guck mal.
Well, now you're taking up too much Facebook
well, it's
real
'cause
estate there.
I gotta
Hide it.
I gotta hide it a little bit there. Hier ist kurz vor 5. Ja, super. So I think that looks pretty good. What do you think, there,
I
Bruder?
think that's all right.
Think so? Should we back it up a little bit?
I think should we back it up? He asks. I don't know.
Back the camera up a little bit.
I think that looks fine.
You think?
Why do we want to be so far apart, Doug?
Well, because
I miss you.
Yeah,
It's
I
been
miss you.
7 months since
well,
I've
you
seen
always look good, cause looking
guess I
better
don't.
than ever. Oh, cause that's right. I thought you said.
What?
Rachel and I realized through genealogy that we share a great grandparent.
Hey, well, ain't that
How
something?
about that?
I feel bad for her.
How about-
Kidding, Doug.
Ja, alle guckt Ari gut, Bube. Well, Patrick, Großdank, and Herbert. Hallo, Herbert. Lieber Grüß. Du wieder nach Deutschland. Hey, guys, for everyone that's joining us, we got 24 people. My clock says 12:59. And to a Pennsylvania Dutchman, if you're early, that means you're on time. If you're on time, that means you're late. So, we're on time.
We're late
right?
then. We should have started an hour ago.
Before we start, we got to do a little housekeeping here, as we say. And like I said, we'll keep an eye on the chat, but we can't promise anything to everybody joining us. Thank you for being here. We'd love to say a huge thank you to the people, the fine people at the Pennsylvania German Cultural Heritage Center and Kutztown University for having the Heemet Fescht happen. I mean, it was a big, COVID gave us a tough year this year so far, but I'm so glad that they made the decision to do this anyway. Virtual is besser als nix, as we say in Pennsylvania Dutch, better than nothing. And we're so happy that they thought enough of us to say, hey, you guys want to come sing at us. So we love to sing at people, whether they like it or not. So the plan today, it is the Heemet Fescht, which of course is this celebration of our home. And we're both proud Pennsylvania Dutchmen, and we're so happy to be sharing our take on the culture and music with all of you out there watching. It is also the 15th annual German Pennsylvania Day, and I know for a fact that we have some viewers joining us from across the big pond over in Deutschland and probably from other countries too. So a huge hello to all of you joining us from the Pals, from the Rheintal, from Hesse, from wherever you might be joining us from. We want to say hello from here to there. And for everybody joining us here in the United States, hello and thanks for being with us. We're going to come at you for the next 45-50 minutes with traditional music. So we are the Broken Spokes. Chris LaRose will be playing guitar and banjo. I'm Doug Madenford. I'll be on mandolin and maybe one song on guitar. We do traditional Americana folk music. We do some originals that we write, but the one thing that we really love to do is to share our Pennsylvania Dutch cultural and heritage with everybody. So whenever we play shows, we always sprinkle some Pennsylvania Dutch music in there, Pennsylvania Dutch language music. But today, since this whole thing's about Pennsylvania Dutch, well, we're going to have a lot of Pennsylvania Dutch music. So we're currently working with some music that we've taken traditional American songs and translated them into Pennsylvania Dutch. So you might recognize the melodies, you might even be able to hum along, but unless you know Pennsylvania Dutch, you might not be able to sing along. We'll throw some English at you too, for all you non-Pennsylvania Dutch Schwetzers out there. Your goal, though, is to get in the other group of Pennsylvania Dutch Schwetzers. Earlier today, if you joined us, you saw Patrick Dunmoyer give a very educational talk about Milton Hill. Dr. Michael Werner, our good friend, performed as well. And Terry Berger, a good friend of ours, just got done cooking up some great food. So we're at you now with some music. And after us follows our good friend Rachel Yoder to talk about folk art. So stick around after we're done. And then we close the day with the one and only East Side Dave Klein. Anyone from Berks County knows that guy. A real good guy. So what is Heemet? To us, Heemet is our home. And for us, music is a huge part of our home and our culture. So, let's start. What do you want to play, Chris? Did we plan this? Did we plan stuff
Let's play
on?
music, I guess.
How about sounds good?
Now, can you rush that a bit closer?
I can rush it any way you want.
There we go.
That Chris's eyes are starting to fail him here in his older age.
Oh yeah.
The beard grows, but his eyes are going back, as we say in Pennsylvania Dutch. All right, Booba und Mates. Here's a song that we really like to sing. It was traditionally a Carter family song called Ticket for a Long Way Round, made popular in a movie not that long ago, but we decided this is a great song, but it really should be sung in Pennsylvania Dutch. So, here's Wann ich geh. Hab krieg mein Zettel für de lange Weg, 2 Flaschen Whisky für die Zeit, und ich dich gern habe, du bist dabei. Maria geht fort, mein Weg ist weit. Wann ich geh, ich werd dir fehlen, wann ich geh. Du sehst nimmer, was ich mach, du sehst nimmer, wie ich lauf. Ich werd dir fehlen, wo ich seh. Abkrieg mein Zettel für den langen Weg. Der schönste, was mir finden kann. Es hat Maria und Dela, ganz wunderbar. Als ich dir den weiße dann, wann ich geh, ich werd dir fehlen, wann ich geh. Du sehst nimmer, was ich mach, du sehst nimmer, wie ich lauf. Ich werd dir fehlen, du wirst sehen. Na, spiel mal. Hab kriegt mein Zettel für den langen Weg. Kann nicht bleiben, wo ich bin. Ich dich keine ganze Weg. Mit dir, das wär schön. Für dich ist Lied, als ich sing. Wann ich geh, ich werd dir fehlen, wann ich geh. Du willst nimmer, was ich mach, du sehst nimmer, wie ich lauf. Ich werd dir fehlen, du wirst sehen, let's sing das wieder. Wann ich geh, ich werd dir fehlen, wann ich geh. Du sehst nimmer, was ich mach, du sehst nimmer, wie ich lauf. Ich werd dir fehlen, du wirst sehen. Ich werd dir fehlen, du wirst sehen. Aber muss ich mal du West tun, dann geht's wieder. Hey, wann ich geh. This
Gotta
lead,
shake the last notes out of it.
I love that song. I just love to sing that song. Hopefully, we're not blowing out our microphone here because the little red light goes every once in a while, and I think to myself, oh boy, are we too loud? My wife says I'm always too loud.
Well, I was gonna say that it's a PH Dutch trait.
It is a PH Dutch. Hey, if you're gonna say something, make sure everybody can hear it, right?
Better loud than wrong.
Better
than
loud.
quiet and right.
That's right. Better loud and wrong than quiet and right. Hey, that's a pretty good one, Chris. So, old Carter family song, really popular back in the day. We love this old music because I think Chris and I both believe that nobody's doing this stuff anymore. Let alone the Pennsylvania. Let's take the Pennsylvania Dutch out of it for a minute and just say, these old songs, and no one's playing them anymore. And they're great music. Whenever we play this stuff, people are like, oh, that's a really neat song. And we're like, yeah. How about that? So we love bringing it. Yeah, it's 100 years old, but she still sounds nice, right? So we really enjoy doing this older music. Some people maybe think we're a little nuts for doing that, but you know what? We like to be nuts sometimes. So here's another old one. This is a traditional spiritual song, originally in English entitled I Belong to the Band. Hallelujah, I Belong to the Band. We perform this a lot when we play in English because it's such a fun song, but we have to do it for you nice people out there in Pennsylvania Dutch. Notice this comment section. These people are from all over.
Oh, look at that.
All over the place. Nijstad and de Woistroos. I had a whole weekend and one night in Nijstad and de Woistroos. Eenmaal. So anyway, enough quatching. Here's Ich keer zu Rebaan. This has the word hallelujah in, so even if you don't speak Pennsylvania Dutch, you can at least sing that. Hallelujah, yeah, right?
This one's in the key of G in case you feel like dancing.
That's right. It's in the key of G if you feel like dancing. You like that joke, don't you?
I do. It's a good one. I stole that one from an old country musician.
Okay.
Old fella. He was a mandolin player, too. All right. Well, let's do it before I make too many jokes.
Yeah, how about it? Hallelujah. Hallelujah, ich kehr zu Rebaan, Hallelujah, 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 ich kehr zu Rebaan, Hallelujah. Was für ein Band, babbelt du drüber, babbele über der Christen Band, ich kehr zu Rebaan, Hallelujah. Was für ein Band, babbelt du drüber, babbele über Union Band, ich kehr zu Rebaan, Hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 ich kehr zu Rebaan, Hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 ich kehr zu Rebaan, Hallelujah. Ein von der Maria wird nicht lang, du rufst und ich der Gang, ich kehr zu Rebaan, Hallelujah. Ein von der Dauerbahn halber auch, deshalb Welt wird Trockel und Rock, ich kehr zu Rebaan, Hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 ich kehr zu Rebaan, Hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 ich kehr zu Rebaan, Hallelujah. Richtet zu Himmel, hopp die Hief, fragt der Hafer und schreit der Crown Lee, ich kehr zu Rebaan, Hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 ich kehr zu Rebaan, Hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 ich kehr zu Rebaan, Hallelujah. Eenmaal. Hallelujah, 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 ich kehr zu Rebaan, Hallelujah. Hey, wie wär das?
It's almost like we knew
It's
that
almost like we know what we're doing sometimes.
We fooled them again.
Fooled them again. Let's check this chat bar and see what people are saying. No one's saying to shut up yet, so that's good.
That's a good song.
People are making requests. Aye, yumma, yay. We never get well, we do get some requests, like get off the stage, but there's some good requests there. We'll get to Ishin Du has been asked for a couple times. Ishin Du is one of our signature songs, so we like to save that once everybody's juices are all flowing.
Well, I don't give away the secret.
Well, it's not a secret. I'm just saying.
It's like telling them the recipe then.
How the sausage is made.
Yeah.
Hey, This Pennsylvania Dutch. I have to ask you a question.
Yeah.
Sausage is... it doesn't get much more Pennsylvania Dutch than sausage,
Pretty
right?
darn good, yeah.
What is your opinion? Do you like fresh sausage more, or do you like smoked sausage more?
Oh, I grew up on smoked venison sausage, so I think smoked. Yeah.
There's just something about good smoked sausage.
Oh, yeah, you can't
And
beat
what
it.
do you like on your smoked sausage? There's
Nothing.
only one right answer.
Well, I don't put any.
Well,
I put
if-
mustard on it, though.
No, that's not the... Well, I'm gonna get people fired up here in a minute,
Uh-oh.
but horseradish.
Oh, that is good. I've had
Meerrettich in Pennsylvania Dutch. For good piece of smoked sausage, you get that Meerrettich on, and baby, that's a good time.
It ain't good unless your nose burns.
Yeah, you're right. It's gonna open you up. Hey, juices are flowing.
All right, that's
Boy,
good.
yumma, yay. We gotta be careful now.
We're gonna get censored, Doug. Gee.
Won't be the first time. Probably won't be the last time. Hey, Elizabeth Hall, she loves us. Well, we love you too, Elizabeth. Yes, horseradish, Emily. I'm telling you, it's the real deal. Any table, if you go somewhere to dinner and the only thing that's on the table is ketchup, salt, and
You
pepper,
get up and leave.
get up and leave. Or you say, excuse me, I think you forgot the horseradish.
Mm-hmm.
And if they're like, that's your key. You don't even have to sit any longer. Get on.
He's not wrong. What's that say?
Norman says, my kinderwolle Piskat scene. Well, you got to come to Pennsylvania, Norman. Norman's from Germany.
Oh, yeah.
You come to, we'll get you, I'll even get you to try and pet one. Anyway, here's an oldie. Faye Miller, you're fond. I knew you were lost. We're glad you are not fond. Hey, this next song, if you happen... Now, I'm going to make a shameless plug here. A couple years ago, I was in a movie. You were in the movie, too.
Yeah, we were.
Hibbity Dribba, The Roots of Pennsylvania Dutch. And this song that we're going to do next was featured in the film at the very end. But we're going to play it not at the very end. This is a traditional Pennsylvania Dutch folk song, High Lee, High Low. It's on our new album, sure. We don't have any albums after it, so it's
We're
still
gonna
new.
get one then.
We'll talk more about that later on. But here's the traditional Pennsylvania Dutch folk song, High Lee, High Low. Stahl voll alte Kie, sie stehen in Mischt bis an die Knie. Wir schlachten die Kälber, verkaufen die Hai und geben es Geld an die arme Leid. Heili, heilo, heili, heilo, bei uns geht's immer wie länger, wie schlimmer. Heili, heilo, heili, heilo, bei uns geht's immer ja so. Keil im Stahl, sie fresse der Hammer, der Preschen jammere, all die Bauern, wir sind nicht so arm, wir haben noch Del Geld, wir hocke am Ufer und fiedre die Welt. Heili, heilo, heili, heilo, bei uns geht's immer wie länger, wie schlimmer. Heili, heilo, heili, heilo, bei uns geht's immer ja so. Henkel im Stahl, die gehen uns tot. Mir schlagt sie ins Knick und fresser mit Brot. Die Show vom Himmel, sie kriegen krumme Beh. Die Hund springen aus und wicken die Zeh. Heili, heilo, heili, heilo, bei uns geht's immer wie länger, wie schlimmer. Heili, heilo, heili, heilo, bei uns geht's immer ja so. Everybody now! Heili, heilo, heili, heilo, bei uns geht's immer wie länger, wie schlimmer. Heili, heilo, heili, heilo, bei uns geht's immer ja so. Ja so. Sell Warshay. Ich denk, oh. Hey, how about that? How about that now? So, What else you want to talk about?
Oh, I don't
We
know.
can't just sing all the time. We got to talk dumb. The Pennsylvania Dutch like to talk dumb.
We're good at it.
And we are good at it.
Been practicing.
Chris
all
just
along.
told me we were rehearsing this morning. I'll be honest. This is the first time Chris and I... Whoa, watch it now.
No.
Now watch out.
Get off,
Get
dude.
off, boob. This is the first time Chris and I have seen each other since March.
Yeah.
We played a show.
The year's half round now.
We played a show on March. It's more than halfway around, Gel. We played a show on March 15th, which was a Sunday. It was a St. Patrick's Day show.
And then all my
we
gigs
did,
got canceled.
We did
the
Pennsylvania
next day.
Dutch Irish. It's a long story. We'll explain sometime. And of course, then the world went kablooey, right? And well, Chris lives down in Berks County, down in Wolbachstettel, better known as Mount Etna in western Berks County, and I still live up here in the mountains of Center County. Well, this COVID thing said you guys can't see each other, so we talked on the phone so that we wouldn't get too lovesick from not seeing
cried
each other.
for hours.
There were some tears shed, right?
Mm-hmm.
We even tried Zoom one time, but the connections were so bad that I was 5 beats ahead and he was 6 beats behind, which really is usually what it's like anyway when you see us live. So I guess it worked out. But no, Chris came up today. We both COVID tested each other. We shouldn't joke about
Put
that.
the thermometer.
But we checked. We asked each other the questions you get asked if you go anywhere right now. Do you have a fever?
Have you had any red meat eggs lately?
Yeah, and we both were under the impression that we've been eating nothing but sauerkraut since March, and the probiotics in there are so strong that even COVID can't get in.
Not
So
a
we
bit.
figure we're okay. So we met today for the first time, and it's so wonderful to be back together. And who better to share it with than you 63 people right now from all over the world.
63.
64 people from all over the world that are joining us today,
Can't believe that many people put up with us.
celebrating
huh?
our Pennsylvania Dutch heritage and culture and history here with the Heemet Fescht through Pennsylvania German Cultural Heritage Center, Kutztown University. So it's been a while, but it's like riding a bicycle with Chris. Everything just comes back in
I
place.
don't know if we've ever ridden a bicycle together.
Not at the same time.
Gotta get one of those 2-seaters.
Hey, we have to put these capo things on, and we can talk a little bit. We've already talked about smoked sausage and sausage. Patrick just said exactly what I was going to say.
He beat you
Listen,
to it.
sauerkraut, there's nothing more Pennsylvania Dutch than sauerkraut. In fact, we have the phrase, so Deutsch wie Sauerkraut, which means, so how would you say, as
German,
Pennsylvania
yeah.
Dutch as sauerkraut. And I know a lot of you out there make your own, the old-fashioned way. Who doesn't love rotten food, right?
I love it.
I think if the whole country would wear masks and eat sauerkraut, this would be over next week. Is that too strong of a statement? We're not getting political.
I don't know. Sauerkraut's kind of political.
How is sauerkraut political?
We
Now,
can, we
you
can
can't-
argue about anything.
I
do love sauerkraut.
No, who doesn't? Who
You're
doesn't?
making me. Do you have any? I'm hungry now.
Well, I just put mine away. I made a crock full last week. Well, not last. How do I want to say this? I'm all hinosh. I'm all backwards now. I just opened my crock of sauerkraut last week and put it away for the winter.
Wow.
It was fresh. Fresh sauerkraut.
That won't be ripe for another 6 months.
Let's hope not. I ate some already. This next song has been requested, I think, 44 times in this chat bar, so we have to give the people what they want.
You can do, huh? All right. We can
This
do that.
next song
That's a fun
is
one. I
one
like that one.
of our...
I just kicked the
Ist der
computer.
Hund am Blaven oder am Gauzen? Mein Hund drüber nuf. Ich kann's nicht hören. Anyway, this next song we play no matter where we perform. If we're in a bar, a brewery, or something like this, at a winery, we always sing this song, whether we're in Pennsylvania Dutch country or not, and we always sing it in Pennsylvania Dutch, just to let everybody know that, hey, the Pennsylvania Dutch have music, and they have darn good music. And this is one that we just love singing, and I think you all know what's coming. It's a fun song called Ich und Du. Ich kann deutsche Wörter singen, hoff so kannst du. Welle dann miteinander singen, sing ich und du. Ich bin froh und ich bin herrlich, wie bist dann du? Ich geh reckle noch die Karte, hoff so tust du. Oh, wir singen, sing ich und du. Oh, mir platsche, platsche dazu. Viel mehr rutscht dir immer Fell, wie viel stand du? Gib dem Doktor gar kein Geld, was gibst dann du? Rumfungiere du, ich den Hof nicht tust du. Ich geh zeitlich noch in Bett, Hof so tust du. Oh, mir singe, sing ich und du. Oh, mir platsche, platsche dazu. Na, spiel mal! Was ich seh, hoff so tust du. Wann ich bist bin, fluch ich nicht, hoff nicht fluchst du. Ich hab so gut Gessenheit, hoff so hast du. Lebendige Spaß und Herrlichkeit, hoff so hast du. Oh, wir singen, sing ich und du. Oh, wir platsche, platsche, dazu spiel wieder. Hast gut Geld, kannst gut spielen. Na, Chorus. Oh, wir singen, sing ich und du. Oh, wir platsche, platsche dazu. Noch einmal. Oh, wir singen, sing ich und du. Oh, wir platsche, platsche dazu.
That's a good sign if we end at the same time.
Yes, sometimes we do. Sometimes the train comes into the station a little earlier than the caboose. Well, I guess the train always comes. Sometimes I think I got these good lines in my head, and then when I say them, they don't make. And it just isn't what it should be. Aye, aye, aye.
There's always next time.
That is a fun song.
That is.
It is fun to sing. It's funny because the melody is the tune Little Liza Jane, which is a traditional Americana song, popular especially in New Orleans area, but somehow some Dutchman must have went down there and Cajun Dutchman and came back and said, we're going to sing our own version of that. Ich und du. Oh, we sing you and me. Oh, we clap along. It's a great song. It really is.
78 people, we're growing, Doug.
I'm telling you what, we hit 100, we're going to start taking articles of clothing off. No, just kidding.
Well, it is hot in here. I got
it is. It's hot. Well, you got about 5 layers on. I don't know what you were thinking. It's not Christmas.
I was thinking it was October, not 80 degrees out.
It is. It's still September.
Oh, that's right.
October don't start till next week.
I've been cooped up in the house so much.
You have no idea. You don't even know what it is, what day it is. Today's Saturday.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. Yesterday was my wedding anniversary.
Yeah, I saw that.
My wife has been putting up with me for 10 years.
That's amazing.
They don't make medals big enough for that accomplishment.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive.
I'll say.
Yeah.
I'll say. Hey, I need to do something real quick here to the computer. I'm going to get real close up in your phases. I just want to plug in this fan thing I have here. Yeah, they're all gray. Don't worry. We do this online on YouTube. We have this video series called Ask a Pennsylvania Dutchman. Most of you hopefully know, and if not, check it out. We did a video not too long ago about, someone asked about, what do you do with old wood ashes? Now, we of course had our normal, what we found out was that the Pennsylvania Dutch are very vocal about their traditions and practices, which is good. So we did this video and people blew up in the comment section. Do you want to know how frugal the Pennsylvania Dutch are? Now we know, we can always use the example of scrapple. We don't throw anything away. The pig's been butchered and there's still a little bit left. Let's make something else. We make scrapple, for example. Well, wood fire makes ashes. Did you know that? Did you know that? You knew that.
Grew up with it.
Well, the Pennsylvania Dutch at some point looked at these pile of wood ashes and said, now what else can we do with that? And boy, were there a lot of answers. But the most popular one was that the wood ashes were used to make lye for making soap.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it's like the circle of life with the Pennsylvania Dutch.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing stops giving. That's pretty deep.
To make soap to clean yourself off
The
after having collected them all.
Right. The tree grows, we cut it down, we use it to build our homes and then to heat our homes. Then the heating's done and there's this pile of ash. We take the ash, we make soap, we clean ourselves, the water runs down the drain and feeds another little tree.
Isn't that something? We ought to write a song about that.
We are resourceful people. We live in a throwaway culture. Look at us. We take these 100-year-old songs and we keep replaying them.
They don't wear out
They
yet.
don't wear on. You're right. You're right. I just thought I'd share that. I just thought that was a good story.
Yeah, I think so, too.
I think so, too. Want to play another song?
Yeah, let's do it.
So, there's this really popular song in American culture by this really popular singer who was really on the mark in the 70s and 80s. His name was John Denver. Now, he wasn't Pennsylvania Dutch, but I'm going to make him an honorary Pennsylvania Dutchman for today. Bless his memory. He wrote this song called Country Roads, which is super popular in America and just as popular in Germany. And I know we got people watching from Deutschland. That's how we say Germany and Pennsylvania Dutch. Deutschland, there's your Pennsylvania Dutch word for the day, or at least one of them. And I translated this a while back, and we're going to sing it for you, right? Nah. Right? Nah. You ready? Sing along. Chicago Himmel, Pennsylvania, blow up Aria, Schuylkill River, Lebes Altat, Elderoski Beam, Jingeroski Barja, viel mich noch daheim, lange Stroß, nimm mich heim zu der Platz, wo ich Deutsche Mama, nimm mich heim, lange Stroß. All mein Gedächtnisse um mir rum, meines Frau, fremder blaues Wasser. Dunkel und staubig, Himmel auf die Himmel, Geschmack von Brandeweiß, Rainer in my own, lange Stroß, nimm mich heim zu dem Blatt, wo ich kehr, Pennsylvania, Deutsche Mama, nimm mich heim, lange Stroß. Ich hör ihr Stimmen in der Maria, sie ruft mich, Schwätzkaste sagt mir von mein Heim ganz weit weg. Und vor des Stroß nur noch viele Jahre sich heim soll. Gäste, lange Stroß, nimm mich heim zu dem Blatt, wo ich kehr, Pennsylvania, Deutsche Mama, nimm mich heim, lange Stroß, everybody, lange Stroß, nimm mich heim zu dem Blatt, wo ich kenn, Pennsylvania, Deutsche Mama, nimm mich heim, lange Stroß, nimm mich heim, lange Stroß. We're playing so hot here that Chris broke a string. Chris, which string did you break?
The high E today.
Give us one. Do you just want to use my other guitar?
Well, I can zip one on quick.
Chris's superpower. Everybody has a superpower. Chris's is the ability to change a guitar string so fast you don't even know it was broken. So he's going to YouTube along on the Ed Sullivan Show. Jeff, that show's not on anymore, so what are you really saying?
Well, we could do a banjo tune. I guess that'd make it easy.
just change your string. That gives me a chance to tell more stupid jokes.
Stretchklabissel.
You know, this actually is a good setup for this next song. One aspect of the Pennsylvania Dutch culture that's really important for a lot of the Pennsylvania Dutch is our faith. The vast majority of the Pennsylvania Dutch were Protestants that came to Pennsylvania in the 16 and 17 and into the 1800s. So we have a lot of songs and music from our Christian background and our faith background. And we're gonna, as soon as Chris gets himself all strung up, we're gonna play one or two from that. But while he's doing that, that gives me a great opportunity to tell a joke. Are you ready?
Yeah, lay it on me, Douglas.
So this new pastor came into, let's go back like 100 years ago. We're in some little Pennsylvania Dutch town, and they get a new pastor. And the new pastor comes to town, and he really wants to make a big splash. Like, you know, this is his moment. So the Wednesday before Sunday, before church, he gets a hold of the boy that's the acolyte and helps with the church. His name was, ironically, it was Chris.
Ah, look at that.
And he said, Chris, I need you to do me a big favor on Sunday. I bought a white dove, and I'm going to give it to you. And on Sunday, at a certain part of the sermon, I'm going to yell out, let there be peace on earth. And when I yell that, you're going to throw this dove out over the congregation up from the organ loft, and it'll fly over the church, and everyone, it's going to be like a spiritual event. And the little boy says, you got it. I know what to do. Sunday comes. The pastor's there. First Sunday meeting everybody. In the middle of the sermon, he gets to this point, and he says, let there be peace on earth. Nothing happens. Now he's starting to get a little nervous. He thought, well, maybe little Chris didn't hear him. So he says, let there be peace on earth. Still nothing. He looks up to the choir loft and he says, Chris, where's the dove? And Chris said, the cat ate it. Should I throw the cat?
Sounds like me.
I like that story.
I'm laughing. I hope they're laughing. We can't tell.
I
That's
don't
what's hard
know.
about
Yeah,
this digital stuff.
No, in my mind, since this virtual stuff, in my mind, everybody's like they fell off their chairs laughing. When we do live shows, at least we'll get groans from the audience when we tell bad jokes.
Yeah.
But this stuff, nah.
The little paper cutouts we made don't say much.
Yeah, we created you know how if you're watching baseball nowadays, these people have like photos of themselves in the stands at these stadiums because no one can go to the games. To make ourselves feel better, we have a couple cardboard cutouts on the other side of my computer so we at least feel like we're performing. But we're getting the same kind of looks from them that we get whenever we perform.
Flat looks.
Aye.
Oh. Well, fish ready?
Are you? See? He's done already. One joke, and he's got a whole new string on his guitar. And it's tuned, too.
Who'd have thought? It might not stay
knows this guy?
It walks on you.
Let us know when you start the joke. Ha, 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 ha.
Oh.
That's more like it. We like that give and take. Yeah. Put your No, give me that guitar.
Oh, yeah, you take
Now, wait a second. Now, wait. Now, what, Mo?
No, I'll be gentle with it.
Oh, honey. Don't you worry. These are close quarters, you know.
Yeah, they are.
But we were talking about faith, so this next song, Groan. Thanks, Barb. That's what we're used to. So this next song is on our album, and if you haven't got it yet, I don't know better. What are you waiting for? We'll let you know how you can get one later. If you scroll up in the chat bar, our good friend Rachel Yoder has it available on her website. You can always buy one there. This song is one that I translated into Pennsylvania Dutch. It comes from the old hymn, Jerusalem, My Happy Home. Maybe you'll recognize it if you're Lutheran. I know we Lutherans sing it. I'm sure the Reformed and the other mainline Protestant groups sing it too. And I translated it into Pennsylvania Dutch, and we love to play this. It also shows off Chris's other amazing skill, and that's he's one heck of a banjo player. Now, not everybody can say that. Not everybody would want to say that in mixed company. But Chris taught himself with the help of his dad, who was a banjo picker for a long time. So we'd now like to perform Jerusalem, My Freilich Heemet. Heemet, wann soll ich zu dir kommen? Wann soll my Sarien end? Habe dei Fried, wann soll ich sehen? O freilich Hafe Funde heilig, o süß und lieblich Grund. In dir ken Saria kann ich finden, ken Braun, ken Ach, ken Blau. Ihr Gode und ihr mutlich Lauf sind als fat so grün. Dat mag süß und lieblich Blume, as nach jetzt Zähnen ziehen. Dat die Beem gelber Frucht und ewig aufgewell, dat hocket sich die Engel und sing in himmlisch Ruf. Jerusalem, my freilich Heemet, dort will ich mit Gott sein. Tät my Trauern end, habe dei Fried, ich werd sehen. Na, das war verdammt sei schön, gell? It almost brings a tear to my... I'm not saying that just because sometimes, you know, music's got this power, man, and sometimes when Chris plays that banjo, it's like we're channeling something, and sometimes I get myself a little worked up.
He's channeling
That
the
was
old man
that
for
was
that
beautiful. Thank you, Chris. Das war aber gut. Jerusalem, my freilich Heemet. My goodness. You know, we were talking about your superpowers. That made me think the other day I was sitting on my back porch, and I thought to myself, you know, what's really popular these days are these Marvel movies and comic book movies. That's all that Hollywood makes anymore. It's like we ran out of ideas. And I was thinking to myself, yeah, we forget how to write stuff. And I thought to myself, what if the Pennsylvania Dutch had a superhero?
Oh, man.
Every culture has one.
Scrapple
You know, like,
Man.
well, that's what I'm thinking now. What would, first off, what would their name be? Or he or she could be either or. Secondly, what, of course, is their superpower? But I came with one conclusion already.
Using everything.
When trouble strikes in the world and we need to call on this Pennsylvania Dutch superhero, what'll happen is, like the Batman had his big light up in the sky, you know, they would put the bat light on or whatever that was called. We would shine a light up that put a hex sign in the sky.
I like it.
And the hex sign was up there, and that would automatically be, ta-da, time to go, you know? So, what would their name be? People are saying Deichmann, Hibby Driva. That's a great name, but what would their superpower be? Because every superhero has
using everything.
Someone that can come in. He's like a MacGyver.
Fixing all
he or
problems.
she's like a MacGyver. They can come into any situation and just use what's around them.
I wonder if I could play the Deichmann in the movie. I got the beard for it.
Yeah, but you don't have. Those superheroes have like really ripped bodies.
I'm hiding it under the vest. Well, part of the allure of the movie is the wonder.
What if they threw flaming piles of sauerkraut at people?
That's a good
You can't
one,
light
yeah.
sauerkraut on fire, but well, maybe. I don't know. What else could they do? What would their
see what they're
superpower
saying.
be?
Well,
What are people saying?
Well, I
The
guess
Schnickel Fritz? I like that word in Pennsylvania Dutch, but that just doesn't have the
Sounds like a
superhero. Yeah, sauerkraut boy. That doesn't sound right, or does it?
Yeah.
I don't know. Scrapple Man. But what the heck would their power be? These are
Complaining.
things. Telling other people what they think.
Oh, well, we'll figure it out.
This
now.
is what goes through my mind when I'm sitting on my back porch with a cold beverage in my hand. I don't think about the problems of the world. I think about how we can solve the problems of the world.
By calling Deitch
By coming up with some kind of Deitch superhero.
I like it.
We'll have to think about it. We'll really have to think about it. Because we'd make a killing if we could come up with some graphic novel that had this Pennsylvania Dutch superhero.
Well, now you're giving the idea out. Someone's gonna beat us to it.
Well, let them, just as long as they say this was
right.
They just do it right. That's right.
And then hire me as the main character.
Yeah.
I want to play him.
Why do you think we're gonna get a movie right away?
Yeah.
I mean, you're pretty, but I don't know. You're a lover, not a fighter.
Well, I did study theater too, so I could pretend I know what I'm doing.
That's true.
I never ever do.
Power is self-sustainability. They'd smear apple butter in the villain's eyes, and then they couldn't see, and then they could attack them.
Throwing that red beet eggs at them.
Why? We are so drawn to food all the time.
I know.
That's like our go-to
well,
here,
I ain't
you and
eating
me.
anything yet. I'm hungry. I want some of that sauerkraut you put away now.
Is there anything more perfect than a really good red beet egg? I've thought about this a lot, too. You know, I'm a big Pennsylvania Dutch food fan, because that's what's in my blood. If you scraped my arteries open, they'd be full of hard cheese.
Hard cheese.
They would. I love
yeah.
cheese. But I'm telling you, there's nothing better than a good red beet egg. And if you're out there watching this and saying, what are they talking about? Well, maybe you're from central Pennsylvania where they call them pickled eggs.
Oh, that's
Don't know
wrong.
at all.
Don't
Let me
ever
tell you
call
something.
them that.
You have come to church, and we're about to give you the gospel reading.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Road Reva. Oh, yeah. Red beet eggs. That's what you call them. But no matter what you call them, they're delicious.
Absolutely. Well,
Let's play some more music. That's what these people came for. They didn't come to hear me
Shreds.
pontificate on the greatness of Pennsylvania Dutch food. I'm sure Terry Berger did that right before us, because he's a good boy. Good egg. Good egg.
Good egg. Good red beet egg.
We're going to do 2 songs back to back, because whenever we play these songs in English, we always do them back to back, and we have like muscle memory.
We always just mix them up anyway.
Don't tell anybody. Now listen. These 2 songs are from the old canon of American folk music. The first one was written by the one and only Hank Williams. Again,
I was just listening.
not
to
a
him
Pennsylvania
on the way.
Dutchman, but he is Pennsylvania Dutch, honorary Pennsylvania Dutchman. Hannah Wall says hello from England.
England, look at that.
Do they have red beet eggs in England, Hannah? If they don't, we'll send you the recipe. You can open up a shop. They'll fall mushy peas or red beet eggs. Well, I mean, it's not even a competition, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, Hank Williams, I Saw the Light, and then we're gonna rooch right into Will the Circle Be Unbroken by the Carter Family, another Carter Family song that we love. But only here at Heemet Fescht are you gonna hear both these popular songs sung in Pennsylvania Dutch by us. Rumgelaufen, es Leben voll mit Sinn. Ich det mein Heiland nicht drin. Jesus ist kummer wie ein Fremder in der Nacht. Lob der Herr, ich gesehen es Licht. Ich gesehen es Licht, ich gesehen es Licht. Kenn mich dunkel, kenn mich Pflicht. Na bin ich froh, kenn Trubel und sing. Lob der Herr, ich gesehen es Licht. Grad wie ein Blinder lauf ich allein. Quäle und Bang hab ich allbein. Dann wie ein Blinder, Gott hat ihn geheilt. Lob der Herr, ich seh es Licht. Ich seh es Licht, ich seh es Licht. Kenn mich dunkel, kenn mich Pflicht. Na bin ich froh, kenn Trubel in sich. Lob der Herr, ich seh es Licht. ist es weg und schmal der Pott. Letzt verreckt hab ich ausgewechselt. Lob der Haar, ich sehn es Licht. Ich sehn es Licht, ich sehn es Licht. Kenn mich dunkel, kenn mich Pflicht. Na bin ich froh, kenn Trubel in Sicht. Lob der Haar, ich sehn es Licht. Noch einmal, ich sehn es Licht, ich sehn es Licht. Kenn mich dunkel, kenn mich Pflicht. Na bin ich froh, kenn Trubel in Sicht. Lob der Haar, ich sehn es Licht. Ich verstande an mein Fenster, rufen Karl und Liebe da. Die Kutsche ist am Kummer, meine Mutter wegzunehmen. Wird der Greis ungebrochen bei und bei, bei und bei. Gibt's ein besser Heim am Water, im Himmel, Haar im Himmel. Ich bin heimgang, heim alleinig, von meiner Mutter, sie war fort. Und meine Freundschaft war am Brille, unser Haus war traurig und leer. Wird der Greis ungebrochen bei und bei. Gibt's ein besser Heim am Water, im Himmel, Herr im Himmel. Mache, sei so gut und vorlangsam. Nur die Frau, die du fährst, har ich sie loszulassen. Wird der Greis ungebrochen bei und bei, bei und bei. Gibt's ein besser Heim am Water, im Himmel, Haar im Himmel. Wird der Greis ungebrochen bei und bei, bei und bei. Gibt's ein besser Heim am Water, im Himmel, Haar im Himmel. Hey, how about that now? I love those two songs. I really do.
Hey,
Hopefully, you guys liked them too. My goodness. Hey, how about this one next? We're running out of time here. The time goes so fast when we're having fun.
Wie viel Zeit haben wir noch?
Aber haben wir noch, es ist schon circa 2 Uhr. We're going to do one in English now because not everybody understands Pennsylvania Dutch. That's okay. Not everybody can be perfect. Hey! Anyway, so one of the areas in Pennsylvania Dutch country that is very near and dear to my heart is the Ole Valley.
Me too.
And Chris, of course, because
Best motorcycle rallies on earth there.
my grandmother on my father's side of the family, her ancestral homeland was the Ole Valley. The Hoch family came from Basel, Switzerland, and came into the United States, into the colony of Pennsylvania in the late 1600s, and they've been down there ever since. So my roots run 300 years deep there in the Ole Valley. And in the Ole Valley, there was this famous person in history known as Martin Mary. And she was a real person who supposedly had the power to heal illnesses using herbs and traditional medicine. She's seen as a folk hero today among the Pennsylvania Dutch. And Chris and I one time were like, we got to write a song about this. It's too good of a story not to tell. So we wrote this song coming up called Martin Mary, and it's in memory of her wonderful life and all the good that she did. And it's in English, so you'll be able to understand what the heck we're singing this time. So here's our original song, Martin Mary.
Born in a 49, kinsman crossed the ocean wide, guided by her destiny, woman old it came to be. Met a husband late one fall, but after war, well, he was called. A redcoat gun left her alone, fled to mountains searching home. Deep in the hills, Mary lives to this day. Our hearts bound to her and the souls that she saved. For those in need, she could not turn away. No price for help would ever be paid. Living in a solitude, plants and herbs she learned to use. She is in need of remedy, patient's pains were laid at ease. Ain't no disease she couldn't cure, hours from the hearts of yore. The story spread the county round, greatest gifts grow from the ground. Deep in the hills, Mary lives to this day. Our hearts bound to her and the souls that she saved. For those in need, she would not turn away. No price for help would ever be paid. Deep in the hills, Mary lives to this day. Our hearts bound to her and the souls that she saved. For those in need, she could not turn away. No price for help would ever be paid.
Good old Mount Mary. She does live on. She absolutely lives on. Well, Chris, we've made it. They stuck with us.
The whole time.
They did. I don't know if they threw anything at their computers or not, but we'll have to check the chat. I saw a lot of people leaving a lot of great comments, and thank you for that. Again, we're going to play one more song, but before we leave, we need to do make a couple thank yous. First off, thank you to Patrick Dunmoyer and all of the good people at the Pennsylvania German Cultural Heritage Center at Kutztown University for allowing us to be with all of you during their Heemet Fescht and the 15th Annual German Pennsylvania Day. To all of you watching across the ocean in Germany, I would like you to all know that you are all welcome to come visit Pennsylvania at any time as long as this COVID stuff is over, or as soon as this COVID stuff is over. And you will quickly realize that your Pfälzisch and Hessisch roots have taken hold here in Pennsylvania and have been firmly planted for the last 300 plus years. Come visit Pennsylvania. You'll have a good time. I trust you. And for those of you watching that are Americans and Pennsylvanians or wherever you are, I'm going to also do a shout out for the Pfalz and for Germany's Board of Tourism. They should pay me at some point as often as I make this announcement. But once COVID is over and travel restrictions are lifted, I cannot recommend enough a vacation to that part of Germany. You will feel at home because it's going to look like home. And the people are wonderful. There are people. You will feel like you never left. The food is wonderful. The people are wonderful. The landscape is wonderful. I highly recommend a trip to the Palatinate region of Germany and the Rhine River Valley. Who else we want to thank? You can find us, if you liked what you heard today, learn more about us as The Broken Spokes here on Facebook. It's just look up The Broken Spokes. You can follow along as future upcoming shows that we have. Right now, we don't have a lot on the books because of everything that's going on, but that will eventually lift. Our plan in the future is to get back into the studio and put out a new album with a lot of the stuff that you heard today on, as much as possible. And check out our Facebook page. I already said that. got me talking circles here.
Mm-hmm.
Look for us on YouTube. I have a channel on YouTube. You can follow along. We do some really stupid funny in that sense videos all about Pennsylvania Dutch language and culture. To all of you watching, thank you so much for joining us. Please stick around at 2 o'clock. Rachel Yoder will be following us up with a great presentation about Pennsylvania Dutch folk art, and then after her, Eastside Dave Klein with great music coming at you. We're going to close out on an old traditional American song, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, but you know we're going to sing it in Pennsylvania Dutch. So how about a little Schwing Nidda, Siese Chariot. Fish ready, Pula?
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone, and Max Good. Here we go. Ich guck immer Jorden, was hab gesehen. Komm mich heim zu nehmen. Ein Band von Engel kommen noch mehr. Komm mich heim zu nehmen. Schwing Nidda, Siese Kutsche. Komm mich heim zu nehmen. Schwing Nidda, Siese Kutsche. Komm mich heim zu nehmen. Wann du dann wärst, der mir komm mich heim zu nehmen. You sag, my Freunde, komm mich an. Komm mich heim zu nehmen. Swing Nidda, Siese Kutsche. Komm mich heim zu nehmen. Swing Nidda, Siese Kutsche. Komm mich heim zu nehmen. Bin ich nuff, etmal bin ich nidda. Komm mich heim zu nehmen. Aber doch mein Seil geht noch in die Luft. Komm mich heim zu nehmen. Schwing Nidda, Siese Kutsche. Komm mich heim zu nehmen. Schwing Nidda, Siese Kutsche. Komm mich heim zu nehmen. Thanks, everyone. Max gut.
Macht's gut.